The month where it is spring day, it's spring month. For music fans, it's the time where we get to hear some awesome records. Now in September, I've got a funny feeling that we're gonna get some smash hits. I think artists are gonna really stop dropping in September. So the title of this podcast is titled Artists We Can't Wait to Hear Drop in September. Now, the list is my personal list, obviously, but you can let me know at the end of the podcast, what do you think? Now, artists that we can't wait to hear drop in September. I think the first artist, I have to be honest, Cool Cat. I think Cool Cat has been really quiet. I think we found out that he's got the Sony Nigeria kind of deal, or is it Universal? I'm not too sure. I'll probably edit this out. But yeah, Cool Cat has got the Nigerian kind of connect going up. He's done the pop-up shops in Musgrave. He's done a lot of merch, Shambach Studios on the cut, shout out. And now I think Cool Cat owes us a song. Cool Cat in September needs to drop because the streets are feeling it. Had a dope run, has been having a dope run, pardon me. And I think September is just the time where we just need to hear the best of Cool Cat. It's a time where he has to shine. It's a time where we need to get those raps that we can actually recite and actually use as lingo in our conversations on social media. You know, Cool Cat had a dope year, just I think from the merch and the tour game. I think he's been showing you that side, but now it's time for Usmiso to really drop the album and the tracks that we've been listening to, because can you imagine him talking about Nigeria, talking about the merch game and everything that's been happening? Lazi Milano is a smash album. You can still play it today. It still resonates, but he owes us. I think he owes us the album. Someone else who has to drop in September is Kuli Chana. I think Kuli Chana has dropped Ichu. We've been waiting for the album. Kuli's becoming so much more prevalent online and social media. It's like he's got this new energy, and I can't wait for a Kuli offering because he's a vet in the game, and it's something that needs to happen ASAP. Someone else who has to drop, who's a vet in the game, is AKA Worldwide. Interesting thing about AKA is that he's starting to do some features with 25K with Culture Vulture, and now AKA has got something Google to remix with Prince KB. It's dope. Even though he said that people are doing house now, he's doing the house thing, but we're not going to talk about that. But anyway, he has to drop. You know, an AKA summer is something that's going to be expected and something that we have to hear. And the album, not so sure about that, but he's been teasing us as well on the socials, so we really can't wait to see what is happening. Someone else who has to drop, who's actually also got kind of a song with a house DJ, Heavy K, is Casper Nyovest. Now, can you imagine what's going to happen when you've got Heavy K? You've got Prince KB with AKA Heavy K with Casper. It's a summer that's going to be interesting because something tells me that house and hip hop are going to come together this summer season. I think hip hop has really had a tough time last year when it came to the smash singles, the summer singles, and now we are actually going to get the two artists, big artists in the game, dropping with house DJs. It's going to be interesting, man. The month of September or October is going to be interesting because it's the time where you're going to see these artists. Someone else who I can't wait to drop is MT. MT's independent now, and can you imagine an MT song in the summer? It's going to be so dope, man. I can't wait to hear what happens to that. Someone else who I think is going to drop, who is thinking of dropping, is Umai. Umai on the social said something about you build to an 8-month project and something happens. Something tells me that Mai was going to be dropping some sort of project in the month of September. And it's dope because I think Mai always gives a great offering. He always stays true to who he is, and he's got a loyal fan base that really fucks with him. Someone else who teased us this week is Shane Eagle. Now, can you imagine Shane Eagle and all the things he learned with touring with J. Cole, Baz and them? Can you imagine the sound that he's going to come back with? Can you imagine what he's going to talk about on his travels? We can't wait for Shane Eagle this summer to actually drop. Nasty C has got an album coming out. He's titled it as well. and there should be a single brewing on the cards. I think he's got a formula that really works, and it's going to be interesting to see how Nasty C takes us to the new level, because he's been taking hip hop in his hands and going, "Yo, follow me. I'm going to take you guys to the promised land." So I can't wait to see what happens with that as well. Someone else who I'm really expecting to drop something, some sort of project, is Boity. Now, Boity with Bakai was doing damage on the socials, did damage on the charts as well. Now, Boity really needs to come back and say to us that I'm here and I'm here to stay. Count me, because I am a force to reckon with. And besides, with Boity, we haven't really unpacked her as an artist. So I think she's got so much freedom to really do the most exciting and interesting things. Someone else who I think needs to drop something pretty soon is Nomuzi. I think Nomuzi's got a formula. Nomuzi's got an artistic kind of approach to the music. Nomuzi's always been scolded for, like, are you writing your own raps? What's happening? But I think with Nomuzi, she now needs to cement herself for the summer. Someone else who I can't wait to drop, and this is something else, is Tsecho. I'm actually talking about Family Tree now. Tsecho needs to drop the project as soon as possible. Not as possible, but Tsecho's sound. And we've waited a long time to hear what he's about. I think Hennessy set him apart, but Tsecho now needs to cement his lane in music, because the culture's waiting for Tsecho as well to kind of drop the music that he needs to drop, and it needs to happen very quickly. Someone else who needs to drop is KO. KO's got a song with Unandi Ngoma, which is kind of the same that we had from last time. I think it's a duo and a collab that works. But KO either needs to give us a full-length project or give us something that's of a taste for the summer. Now you're probably thinking, this guy's talking about all these people. How dare you? Because I think as fans, we starved. We starved of the music. We starved of the artists that we in love with, artists that project culture in a way that is so unique. And it's only right that at least there's a platform like the Break Bread podcast that actually says, why aren't these cats dropping and why should they drop? I think hip-hop should be dropping because as well, last year was a house year. Let's be honest. Let's call it out. And people were complaining to go, what's happening with hip-hop? Why aren't there many hits? I also think it's because artists aren't collabing as much. We're not getting people giving us, the fans, something new to experiment with. So I think summer 2019 for SA hip-hop, which I think begins in September, because they say hit records are cooked up in September, we should drop. I'm actually going to change the title of this now and call it September is the music cook month, and who we can't wait to actually drop. So that's my list. Let me know what you think. The artists that we can't wait to hear drop in September. I've given you my list. Okay, Malum Cool Cat, Casper, aka KO, Namuzi, Boity, all these artists, I feel, come month of September with Kuli China, it needs to happen. We need to hear the sound of SA hip hop for the summer, because the sun's out, the temperature's warm, and everything is going to be happening. So it's only right that we get the SA hip hop tracks to take us into the summer for 2019. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Hit me up. Who can't you wait to drop? Do you want people to drop? Or have you been waiting for a long time? Who you can't wait to drop is an important discussion, because it talks us about the fan bases that have been starved. It's your boy, DJNdu.tv, on the Break Bread podcast. Let me know what you think, and we out.